In my role as a family therapist, I help families to learn to respect each other's roles and each other's boundaries. And I've never worked with children that disrespected their parents, where the parents weren't involved in that process, weren't part of the roots of the issues. And our behaviors, our strategies for how we parent, they're not perfect. And if they were perfect, they wouldn't be perfect for every child. And so we look at a world where we know that some children and some children that later became adults can't follow the principles of respecting and honoring their parents. They're not in a position where they could respect themselves and their parents at the same time. Right? And for people in this position, we have to constantly deal with the different wounds or the triggers of old wounds where we don't have boundaries that can protect us from those wounds or triggers. And we have to constantly, as life stages change for both us and our parents, we have to draw boundaries, assess our boundaries, and enforce our boundaries. When we look at what we need from our parents, the type of validation that we get there, the belonging and the love, one way to notice the barriers to setting boundaries is to recognize our needs that we have of our parents. And eventually, as we grow and we become something to someone else, play certain roles, we see what those needs are like, what it's supposed to be like a little bit more and more. And at that turning point, I believe we need to begin to look within for those parental needs, to be our own father and mother in the different moments of our life. It's a way to shore up where they felt short, but also to realize and recognize our own ideals as we go forward. And recognize our own individuation in how we see the roles of father and mother. What parents should be like, instead of just carrying on the cycle for another generation. This is another way to be well and a little weller all the time.